What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today, yes, we have an offer sheet to talk about. The Carolina Hurricanes have sent an offer sheet out on Montreal Canadiens forward Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Before we get into this, I just want to kind of throw this out here. I think you might be able to tell by my voice. I'm sick. I do not feel well. I did not want to make a video today. I wanted to stay in bed all day. So f you, Carolina. I do not like the fact that you've done this to me, but I'm here to make this. So I'm sorry if at times I seem muffled or confused. My head is not adequately prepared to deal with all this today. So yeah, let's get going. Where should we start? Where should we start with this? This is ridiculous. Okay. If you don't know what an offer sheet is, we'll just start there. In the NHL, you have two different types of free agents. You have unrestricted free agents and restricted free agents. Unrestricted guys are able to go wherever they want. Nothing really matters there. But if you're a restricted free agent, just because you're on the open market doesn't mean you have all the freedom in the world. The team you're currently on still owns your rights. What this means is that, let's say you are an RFA. Let's just use this example. Let's say that you're Jesperi Kotkaniemi, right? He just signed a deal with the Carolina Hurricanes, right? Let's just use this as an example and get through the details while explaining what's going on here for those who do not know. Jesperi Kotkaniemi played on the Montreal Canadiens last year. Even though he went to free agency, he went as a restricted free agent. His rights were owned and are still owned by the Montreal Canadiens. What this means is that when he, or if he, went and signed with a different team, like he just has with Carolina, that doesn't mean the moment he signs pen to paper, he is a member of Carolina. This means that once he signs that deal, it gets sent back to Montreal, and the Canadiens have two different options. They can either match the contract, or they can take draft pick compensation, depending on how much money it's being paid. I'm not going over how the structure is, about how much money it takes for what draft picks to be going back. Just note that because this contract has a cap hit of $6,100,035, that if the Montreal Canadiens decide to take compensation for this, it's going to be a first and third round pick of Carolina's this year. Understood? Great. Let's talk about what this deal means for the Carolina Hurricanes first, because honestly, this has the potential to be a deal that either doesn't do anything for them, or a deal that has a lot of risk involved. They have given Jesperi Kotkaniemi, when it comes to the contract, they've given him a one-year deal at, like I mentioned, $6,100,035. For the meme of it, because let's face it, in my opinion on this is pretty simple. This is just a gigantic joke in a way. The signing bonus is $20, which happens to be Sebastian Aho's jersey number, which I don't know if I've mentioned it in this take. I've made like 30 takes at this point. But yeah, the whole Aho, Montreal gave him an offer sheet 2 years ago, which is why Carolina is giving Kotkaniemi an offer sheet. I guarantee you this doesn't happen. Unless what happened 2 years ago with Sebastian Aho happened. Like, if that didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened. These are two correlating events, in my opinion. If the Hurricanes end up not getting Kotkaniemi out of this, if Montreal matches the deal, then this is just the definition of a no-risk. Like, there's no risk. Like, you're not even in a risk and reward situation. It's just nothing. It's just something that you were involved in partially for like a week, and now you're not involved in it, right? However, the real intrigue for Carolina happens if the Canadiens take the draft pick compensation, because what that means is that the Carolina Hurricanes have basically made a trade. They have traded away their first-round pick and third-round pick this year for Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi can be a good forward. Let me make that clear. That being said, though, he is a forward that has shown that he can be very inconsistent as well. He has a lot of inconsistencies in his games. This is a bit of a high-risk thing for Carolina to do. You're definitely taking a chance when saying that Jesperi Kotkaniemi is worth $6 million already, you're definitely taking a chance of just signing him to a one-year deal, and you're definitely taking a chance of willing to lose a first and third round pick for him. I think Kotkaniemi could easily pay off for them. He's a young guy with a lot of potential. It could very easily work out well for him, but there is that again. There is a ton of risk for them, because if Kotkaniemi flops, you've pretty much just given up a first and third round pick for nothing. And also, it's only a one-year deal. So next year you're going to have to be in the same boat again, meaning you don't want him hitting the market again, or else I guarantee you Montreal will be more than willing to offer shoot him back. I guarantee it. The real intrigue here comes in Montreal's decision. Normally when an offer sheet gets handed out in this league, we all know that it's going to be matched. It's not going... The player's not going to a different team. It's going to be matched. The player's going back to that team. It's normally a given. This is a different situation, though, because, again, from Montreal's perspective, while this is a guy who has shown flashes of being good, while this is a guy that we used the third overall pick on, at the same time, if he cannot get it going this season, then we're not going to be able to get anything back for him. Anything compared to what we can get back for him now. It's simple. For Montreal, they're betting on how good Jesperi Kotkaniemi can be next year. Because if they match this offer sheet, and they bring Kotkaniemi in, and he sucks, and he's inconsistent, and he's just not that good as we think he can be. If he just does the same thing this year, people are going to rag on him for not taking the first and third. However, if he lets Kotkaniemi go to Carolina and gets the first and third back, and then Kotkaniemi goes off and does good, he'll be known as the GM who let go of that guy way too early. I don't know what's going to happen with this. Honestly, I do think there's a big chance Kotkaniemi is going to go to Carolina, which would make him, in the modern cap era, I think the second player to successfully change teams via an offer sheet, but I there might be another guy in there, I don't know. What do you guys think of this? Do you guys think, what do you think about the contract itself? Do you think that Kotkaniemi is worth that? Do you think this was a good move by Carolina, doing this, in my opinion, solely because of what happened 2 years ago? And what do you think Montreal should do? Let me know down below. I'm going to go lay down and continue this slow process of death, as you can tell. My throat is currently closing up on itself. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all hopefully next week on the podcast. Yeah, goodbye for now.